The Big Mac, arguably the most famous fast food burger in the world. Certainly McDonald's most favorite burger, with over 500 million sold every year in the United States alone. For anyone who was alive in the 1970s, the familiar jingle might still run through your head. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. While the burger has gotten smaller over the years, and definitely more expensive, it is still incredibly delicious. What's better than a Big Mac? But we're not going to do that here today. Instead, we're going to be making Big Mac Poutine. First thing we're going to start with is the world famous fries. Now McDonald's typically adds a whole pile of chemicals to their fries. It's mostly for mass production and preservation. Because we don't need to preserve them or mass produce them, we're going to skip a bunch of the chemicals today. But the first thing we are going to do is soak them. One of the things that McDonald's does to make sure they get that nice crispy outside on the fry is actually add sugar to the water while they're soaking them. So that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing we're going to start with is 8 cups of water. I've also gone ahead and added a teaspoon of white vinegar to this as well. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of salt and a half a cup of corn syrup. Now we'll give that a stir, try to dissolve the salt and combine that corn syrup. Once you've got that dissolved in, we're going to add the fries. One of the things that I should point out when you're trying to dissolve that, it may not dissolve perfectly, because you are using cold water, and it is important that you use cold water because you don't want to cook these fries at all. So just get it as dissolved as you can, add the fries. We're going to let that soak for half an hour in the refrigerator, and in the meantime, we're going to pass things over to Steve, who's going to make that mac sauce.
Okay, so we can get started on the Big Mac sauce now. Easy peasy. Pretty quick. There's about 1,000 different copycat recipes online. This one we picked for a couple of things that we make, so this is the one we're going to stick with. So we're going to start with 1 cup of mayo. To that, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of green relish. And about 2 tablespoons of grated onion, including the juice. We'll add a tablespoon of yellow mustard. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of yellow mustard. And then finally, we're going to add a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. So go ahead and add that, and then we'll just give her a big stir. Oh, the one more thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vinegar. This is optional, but I do find that if you add it, it tastes more like the sauce from McDonald's. Now once you've got it all mixed, I'd let it sit for maybe 15 minutes or so before you actually decide that it's okay. We'll give it a quick taste now just to see how we're doing, but it's always better to let those dry spices kind of sit in whatever you're making for a bit. And it tastes a whole lot like Big Mac sauce. So I guess I've done my duty. We'll leave it at that. And we'll again test it in about 15 minutes or so. In the meantime, we'll give it back to Chris so he can continue on with the recipe.
Alright, so the fries have been soaking for about a half an hour. So now what we're going to do is dump the bowl out, refill with water, kind of switch them around, kind of mix them up a bit, dump the water out again, add more water once again, mix them around again, dump that water out, then we'll pat them dry. One thing I should mention, I used golden flesh potatoes today. You'd be much better off using russets. Unfortunately, we didn't have any, and we did have the golden flesh, so I'm going to use those, but russets will work better. As for how many, I've got about 5 or 6 potatoes here. It's enough for the 3 of us for dinner tonight, so that's what I'm going with. If you need more, just use more based on how many people you're feeding. So let's go rinse these potatoes off. Alright, as you can see, they're nice and dry now. Because they're a thinner fry, they're kind of flimsy, I guess you could say. So what we're going to do now is we're going to blanch them. What you're looking to do is blanch them, bring some of the crystals out, but you don't want to take them too far. So if you hold it up when it's done and it breaks apart, you've gone too far. So you still want it to hold its shape, but you do want to bring out some of those crystals. So I have my oil turned on to 300 degrees. I'm going to cook them for approximately 5 minutes. I'll see how they are. I'll check them every minute or so, and then I'll let you know exactly how long I cooked them once I'm finished. Okay, so the fries are done. Mine were about 3 minutes instead of 5. I'm going to transfer them back to the bowl they came out of, let them sit for a little while, and I'm going to go ahead, start working on the patty. But just before we start on the patty, as I said to you earlier, you can see that this is really flimsy, but it doesn't break apart. That's exactly what you're looking for. So once you get to this point, take them out. As I say, mine were about 3 minutes. Now it's time for the patty. I have 1 pound of regular ground beef here. I've gone ahead and I've pressed it out to the size of the plate. The plate is roughly the same size as the pan. And I've also seasoned it with salt and pepper. So we're going to take the meat, we'll flip it upside down onto the pan so that the salt and pepper side is face down. Then we'll salt and pepper the top. Let that cook for a couple minutes, flip it over, let it cook for a couple minutes, then break it down into a bunch of smaller pieces just so it's a little bit easier to eat. Then it'll be time for the fries. Pan should be plenty hot enough. Let's cook up our patty. Mine didn't stick together all that well, so it is a little broken up. As I say, not a big deal. Give it a blast of salt and a blast of pepper. As I say, we don't use a lot of salt, so just a quick blast with the salt, then you can give it quite a bit more pepper. One thing I should also point out while this is cooking, we're using regular ground beef, so there's a decent amount of fat in it. The fat from the ground beef will be plenty of enough for the pan, so we didn't add any butter or oil. If you're using lean, you may need to use some, but that's more of a personal preference. In this case, we're not using anything, but just the pan and the meat. Let that cook over medium heat for about 5 minutes or so, then it'll be time to flip it over. If you've ever had a Big Mac before, I'm sure you know the patties in them are quite thin. So if you start to find your meat puffing up too much, just keep squishing it down, trying to flatten it out, keep it nice and thin. Alright, the meat's been about 5 minutes or so, it's time to give it a flip. And if you're feeling real adventurous, you can really give it a flip. I'd recommend using a spatula though. Alright, as you can see, the meat's well cooked now. It did bust apart a little bit like I said, so now we're just going to go ahead, break it up some more. I'm going to leave mine there for now. I'm going to take it off the heat, put a lid on it to keep it warm, and finish cooking up the fries. We'll see you once those fries are finished. So when you're cooking the fries, you're going to cook them at about 400 or so, and you're basically looking to finish cooking them. Depends on how long it's going to take based on how far you sent them along the first time, but 3 to 5 minutes is probably about the sweet spot. Just keep your eye on them. You don't want to cook them too far, or they'll get really kind of hard and crunchy. You don't want them that far. If you don't cook them far enough, they still have a starchy potato taste. There is a happy medium. Just keep your eye on them. Give them a taste every once in a while, and you'll know. Okay, my fries are now finished. They were about 3 minutes, so 3 minute blanch, 3 minute cook, so about 6 minutes cook time. Now my fries are a little bit darker than McDonald's fries, but a lot of that has to do with the oil. I'm using a little bit darker and not so fresh of an oil that McDonald's would use. Their oil would be much fresher, but they're very similar in flavor already. So the next thing we're going to do is get salt on them. You want to salt the fries as soon as they come out, because anything that's been fried, salt sticks to it if it's immediate. If it waits a while, it doesn't exactly stick, so you want to salt those pretty much right away. Alright, so let's start building this. The first thing you're going to put on is the cheese, hoping that the heat from the French fries is going to start to melt some of that curd a little bit. Next up, some lettuce. Big Macs have onion, so let's add some onion. Of course, you can't forget about the pickle. Put some pickle on there. And of course, last but not least, special sauce. It is a little bit on the thicker side, so it's not going to spread super easily. But if you think about a poutine, you want the gravy to be fairly thick as well. You don't want it to run all the way through everything, so this is fairly similar, I would say. Alright, and lastly, I forgot the burger.
You pinhead.
Yeah. Alright, so the burger was actually supposed to go like in between the fries and the cheese to help melt the cheese. I could barely remember the burger at all. I almost forgot to cook it too. So we're just gonna have to stick it on top. Not ideal, but at least it's there. And now for my favorite part of pretty much any video, and certainly my favorite part of this video. I've been looking forward to this all day. It's time to give it a taste. Get a tiny bit of burger, tiny bit of everything on there. See how it tastes. That tastes exactly like a Big Mac. Or almost exactly like a Big Mac. It's very, very close. You get the nice flavor of that Mac sauce mixed with the lettuce, the onion, the pickles, the curd, the beef, the fries. It's just amazing. If you're looking for a substitute for a Big Mac and you want some fries in it, I highly recommend this Big Mac Poutine. That's it for this video. Hit like if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. And share the video with all of your friends. And don't forget to comment down below. What would you like to see us make next? Or what copycat recipe would you like to see us try to tackle? Oh, and don't forget, first we cook, then we eat. So good.